Hey guys, this is Connors from Gunroom.tv, and last time we took apart a gun, we took a look at the Walther 1911. A lot of the comments on that video said you wanted to see us taking apart a GSG, so here we have one. Let's go ahead and take it apart. First thing we're going to do before we go any further is check that it's clear. There are a few points to note along the way, so let's take you through this process. The gun, as standard, has a magazine hammer block, which means you will need an empty magazine to check that it's clear. So first of all, ensure your magazine's empty. Pop it in. I'll be able to then open it up, check that it's clear, and drop the slide. Before I drop the hammer, you have to remember it's not actually safe to dry fire a GSG. So you'll want to just pull back on the slide ever so slightly and then drop the hammer. That stops your firing pin from hitting the breech face. I can then remove the magazine and continue on with the disassembly. The next thing we want to do is remove this fake moderator. It's got quite a lot of threads on it, so I've already unthreaded it most of the way. Just finish unscrewing it and pop it off. From here, it's going to dismantle much like the Colt did. We're going to push the recoil spring in, slide the barrel bushing over to the left like so, and then remove the recoil spring cap and the recoil spring. We can then slide the barrel bushing back over to the right and put it out, like so. We then want to remove the slide stop. So we'll cock the hammer and we'll pull the slide back to the takedown notch, which is just there. Pop the slide stop out. And now there's a couple more steps we need to do before we can actually take the slide off. On this side, we'll have exposed an Allen key here. This is a 2mm hex key. So I have a 2mm hex key here. Just going to unscrew that like so. If you're using this gun a lot for competition, you want to pop a bit of blue Loctite on here just to keep it in place. Not a lot, because you will need to remove it on a relatively regular basis. And I'm going to use the same Allen key to push the pin out from this side. So just pop that out there and pull it out from there. This frees the barrel up from the frame. You can then slide the entire lot off the end like that. You have your recoil spring guide rod here, and the barrel assembly will pull out of the front of the slide like so. This gives you everything you need to in order to clean the gun. You do have to be careful of the ejector here. Make sure that you don't bend or damage it, and it is one of the first bits to wear in these guns. You can pick up upgrade parts for these, which are much more hard wearing. The slide, you've got relatively easy access to the inside to clean all of this. Again, this is not the sort of bolt you really want to be disassembling yourself at home. You want to take that to a gunsmith to do. This is also where some of the safety blocks are that you might want to remove if you're using this for competition. Do bear in mind you always have your primary safety here and your backstrap safety. You don't need the magazine safety and the firing pin safety in there as well. Reassembly is very much the reverse of that. I'm going to start by putting the barrel assembly into the slide, and then I'm going to start sliding the slide onto the frame. Once I get this barrel block here just inside the frame, I'm then going to get the recoil spring guide in there and push it all the way home. I'm then going to take our long pin and put it in from this side of the gun. Just make sure it all lines up and push that in there. And I'm going to take our little bolt with the 2mm hex key and screw that together. With the barrel secured in there, we can now pop the slide stop back in. Remember to line it up with the assembly notch there. Just pop that in like so. Once you've got your barrel assembly in place, you can then proceed by pushing the slide forward and sliding your barrel bushing on, pointing to the right. Once that's in there, you can then twist it all the way over to the left, pop your recoil spring in, and then pop your recoil spring cap in, making sure the flat part is pointing up towards the barrel. Once you get that down into the right place, you can slide the bushing over and the cap will just snap into the bushing. The bushing is also one of those parts you're going to want to upgrade pretty early on because these guns are not terribly accurate until you get that bushing sorted. Then you can slide your fake moderator on and you are ready to rock and roll. So this version of the gun does have the target grips on there. I'm not a huge fan of these, but the person this gun is intended for has requested them. I much prefer these with the slim standard grips that they actually come with. So we do have the hammer cocked here. In order to drop that, again, the gun's clear because we've just disassembled it, but I'll need to pop the magazine in, pull the slide back ever so slightly, in order to drop that hammer without any damage. So I hope you've enjoyed this very quick video on disassembly of your GSG 1911. If you have liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment down below telling us what you think as well. This has been Connors with Gunroom.tv. Shoot fast, don't miss.